to Robert E. Vance. He's born 10/30/39. I done one of my grandfather. He was born in March 16th. So he was a mountain of a man. He was about 6'6". Tough. Strong, tough. I'll tell you a little bit about his life as we go in here and look for hunting. Dad was born in 10/30/39 to the late Glenn G. and Cora Atkins Vance in 1939. Dad was, I got a lot of pictures of Dad when he was a baby and stuff. My grandparents, they raised mink and coons, and they had a big farm there on Leading. They took care of mink. There was no deer or nothing to hunt in this area back then, just squirrels, rabbits, plenty of quail. There was 5-6 covey of quail, which is about 16 birds, 16 to 20 birds in a covey. And, he always wanted to come up in Alaska, he told me. He said when he was younger, he wanted to come up there, but he didn't want to leave Mom and us little boys down here all alone, because he wanted to come up to where I'm doing this memorial's about him. And what'd he do? At a very young age, 8-10 years old, he started getting into antique traps. My grandfather trapped, and my dad trapped a little bit too, and so did my uncle. And my grandfather did a little bit back in them days. Fur wasn't worth much. You get like 20 cents out of a red fox, maybe $1. So that's pretty. That's how it was. It was pretty cheap to get something like that. It was pretty hard to make a living back then, but also things didn't cost as much as what they are today. Today, money is pretty much worthless. Money's kind of dead. Now this is a bear area, I believe. I kind of figured it would be. I figure what I'll do is I'll put up a tree stand here. And we'll go from there. Alright, I like that. We'll just call a few bear here and see what we can get going. But yeah, he was a hardcore trapper too, my dad was. So he loved trapping, he loved wildlife, fishing, hunting, but Dad loved antique traps. And he started talking to a few guys, specialists that knew a lot about certain old time traps like Newhouse, Gibbs, leg hold traps, the people that founded our nation. And he got into them old traps and started writing articles about them. No one knew nothing about them. Dad seemed to retain a lot of memory on them. You can Google my father, Robert E. Vance, Antique Trap Journal, and you'll get all kinds of hits. You'll get thousands and thousands of hits. You can Google your name, you liable to get Facebook hit of that, and other people's names that might be a little more important. But my dad, he was the main premier authors of traps, antique traps. But let's go back a little bit of his history there. Back when he was about 15, 16, he hunted, and look there coming a bear. But my dad got very sick, and he got what they call rheumatic fever, and it was very bad. That bear sick. So we took out a bear. He's mad. He's down. Looks like another one right down there. Well, that ain't the bear that left these tracks here. But he caught rheumatic fever at a very young age, my dad did. And there for a year, he said he's you know, the first month he couldn't get out of bed. He was so sick. And, you know, he passed away here this past year, August 19th of 2019 this year. And, you know, the doctor said it's something that your dad lasted this long, because he said most people get rheumatic fever don't live past 45, 50 at a young age, because it does considerable damage to their heart. But Dad made it to 79. Yeah, his health was messed up and everything like that. But, you know, Dad, you know, anyhow, let's go back to the story. And he was bedfast. And, you know, well, he was bedridden there for about a month at 16 when he had that rheumatic fever. Then he told me for a year he couldn't do nothing. I remember him telling me the story about it. He said he didn't know what the heck was going on. He thought he had rabbit fever, you know. You know, and you're talking, he's about 16 now. We're talking about, you know, it's like in the late 40s probably then, coming into the Korea War probably, just moments before the Korea War. And, you know, Dad had a friend named Jimmy Griffith. What a character. That guy was something. And they fished a little bit, and Dad hunted and everything. They trapped, and they went up in the mountains and hunted and stuff. And Dad regained, he said he got better, but, you know, from that moment, he said some things were different to him. You know, this didn't feel like his, you know, he trapped still and everything, you know, and I remember all kinds of things trapping, but we'll get into that a little bit when I was little. But Dad, you know, he grew on up, and he kept reading about antique traps, looking at every article, reading, buying them, writing guys and getting information. They would write stories. Dad would take mink. When my grandfather raised mink or raccoons, Dad would render the mink fat, lard, and glands and sell them to some big fur buyers. They'd pay him like, you know, wasn't much. It was a couple dollars, $4 or $5, but dollar back in them days were, you know, a lot of money. And Dad made pretty good money at that. You know, dollar back then was big money back in the 50s and stuff. So, you know, it was a pretty enterprising thing to do, you know, to sell stuff, you know. My grandfather didn't care, you know. And, you know, later on he got older, and he hunted and still kept on antique traps. Dad traveled all over the place. He had I remember one time Dad had a Indian, kind of like a motorcycle, souped up Harley, better than a Harley. And it was a shifter. It was a shifter type bike. And these guys on automatics, Dad said, these automatic Harleys, 5 of them, they thought they was some hot crap running down the highway, and they wanted to race. Dad said, yeah, back in them days, you know, you could probably get by with stuff back in the 50s. And Dad mixed the gear. They started racing. They pulled ahead of him because they had him standard. But once Dad got into that range, he missed the gear, and he said they got ahead of him a little ways. And he said when he hit that 5th gear, he blew them. They didn't know what happened. Looky, there come. We're going to touch this one off with a rifle, okay? So there's him. We touched him off with a rifle. Little bit of everything there. So there he's down. Oh, okay. So we took that one out. That's probably the one that lived here. So Dad had a lot of bear traps. Big number 15, number 6 new house traps. Big teeth. I mean, you had to have clamps, special clamps to set them. They were antique. They're worth thousands of dollars now. These traps are worth a fortune. All these antique traps are worth a fortune. Especially you get into the new house and traps like that, you can get into thousands and thousands of dollars a trap. You know, they're worth a lot of money. And my dad knew all steel traps. It's one of the most popular trap books in the world. You can go online and find it. About 100 people sell the dang thing all over the world for about 15, 16 bucks, and it just talks about traps. I've talked to several people who called, wanted to talk to my dad, and I told them they died, and they were so heartbroken. They said, oh man, your dad was a pioneer in antique trapping. He's the one that started it all. You know, there's no one can take it away from him. He's the one that started all the antique trapping. No one could ever come close to him, and the knowledge he had on it is gone. But he did write books. He had bunches of books. And he had books on price guides. He wrote a lot of price guides and stuff on traps. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. You know, back there when I was born, you know, but he had this rheumatic fever. My mom used to take us trapping with Dad when we were just little fellows. We was only 6, 7 years old, probably 5. Not even in high. I can remember yet. It was cold, and Daddy would take us trapping, and he would get us a soda pop. Me and my brother would share. Me and my little brother, we'd share. We 4 brothers. There's Keith and Dave and Rick and me. Rick, well, me and Rick. Rick's being the youngest, Keith being the oldest, Dave, then me, then Rick. But Dave was in school, so we got to go on trapping expeditions with Dad when we was little. And I remember him going down the creek, and Mom, they was fighting or arguing something. I remember she said, "I hope you fall in the creek," and he did. He goes, "You witch!" And it was funny. It was just awesome times back then, you know. And Dad would throw muskrats back, and me and my brother would fight with them. We'd play with them. Damn dead muskrats. And mink and stinky mink, and we'd smell like, we'd be wet, soaking wet where we wooled animals. We played with them. Dad threw them back there and said we played with them. You know, we had good times though. It was hard times, you know, back in them days, back in the 60s and stuff, late early 70s, making a living. You know, especially if a person had a family, it was very hard. Dad was also a painter. He was an auto repairman, but he was a painter. Dad was a fine repairman. I mean, there's people around that just... I remember him painting cars for people, and the guy's looking, oh my God, the other guy would have charged me $300 to do that, more. And he gave Dad an extra $20. He said, the best job I've ever seen. And them guys could not believe how good Dad could... I remember when he started that painting back in probably in the 70s. He worked for Ted Thompson back there at a place working on cars. And that guy was an underwater Marine, you know. He welded welder. So that's pretty cool. And Dad learned a lot of stuff from him, how to weld. Dad was the only one that could steadily weld and weld. Ted Thompson, that guy up there in Rutland, taught Dad how to weld. He told Dad that you could weld underwater even. They use magnesium rods, and they weld underwater in the Navy, you know, when they need to repair ships. So that's kind of remarkable in itself there, you know, because you would never expect that, you know. But Dad fixed cars. He painted them, made them look nice. He had that old, I remember that old 57 Chevrolet. He had red and white and red. Beautiful, beautiful car. And, you know, he had that car as a family car, and Dad used to take us to the movies. And I remember seeing, I don't know why I remember, but the first movie I remember us going, Mom and Dad took us, but we were supposed to go to bed. There was a cartoon, you know, back in them days, they showed cartoons first, and then they would show, but it was Flesh Gordon. It was a naughty show, and it was terrible. I remember watching that, and he said, "Up yours, Flesh." Flesh shot him, right in the hemorrhoid. And I remember that and laughing. And Dad, you know, he said, them kids are going to learn some terrible things. Mom said they probably already do know stuff from you, and, you know, so it's pretty cool. We got to go trapping and hunting with Dad and Grandpa, you know, and hunting, rabbit hunting. It was always good times. Me and Dad always hunted together a lot. I'd go bow hunting and take him and drop him off in the woods with the truck, and I'd take off and go bow hunting back in the hills, and it was always good times with Daddy. And I remember 9/11 too. I'd been on a boat and got off, and I took Dad hunting on 9/11, and I'd hunted it was daylight, and I got out there and I killed, I got out there and I killed the limit of squirrels in no time. And time I got back, wow, you know, it was over. I came back to the car and I heard something about the World Trade Center. I go, what? That's a beautiful bear. Female. This is probably her hubby. We'll see. No, 2 female. Huh. So that male's still here somewhere, but we won't worry about him. We'll move on, okay? So, yep, Dad, you know, he had remember he had that rheumatic fever and stuff, and so he went up in the mountains and hunted. I remember one time there he told me about killing a deer. He said the deer was running about 110 yards away, and them guys could not believe he shot a deer on a full run with a .303 British. Dad was a heck of a marksman. And you know, the Vietnam War came up, and Dad couldn't go because he was just a little too heavy, and my uncle couldn't have gone because he had 60% of his body burned when he was younger. He was cleaning his car and he got caught on fire. It was kind of dumb, but what's that? Oh, ducks. I wonder if I can hit one of them ducks. I think I hit that damn duck. Let's go over and see. That'd be crazy if I hit the damn duck. But right over around them trees. We'll go over and look anyhow. But may see a big moose or bison over in that area. But yeah, man, Dad, he loved hunting and he loved writing about trap. I remember he used to leave Mom and us for days and go to antique trap conventions and trappers conventions and sell stuff, do seminars and show people, talk to people. And I remember one time even I was with him at a trappers convention, and they asked Dad, me and my brother Dave, my brother older than me, we went and they came and got Dad. Dad was gone for 3 hours talking about trap. Me and Dave just ran around looking for traps for Dad. And me and a friend Greg, Dad after Dad even got older there and didn't go around. It was something. So that's probably that grizzly. It's probably that male grizzly. We ain't worried about him. I've already killed a couple grizzlies. So, yeah. I mean, you know, it was pretty fascinating growing up with Dad. I didn't really get into antique trapping. None of us boys really took into it, but Dad loved it. Dad loved antique traps. There was something about it that he loved, and that was all right, you know. I don't think I'm quite down there yet, but I don't even know where them stupid ducks were. I said them ducks were about right here. They kind of flew this direction. But, yeah. I seen one of them disappear, so that's why I thought one of them might have hit one of them. But my dad was an amazing person. He was a good-hearted person. He was one of them guys that give his shirt off his back. And I'm not just saying that because he's my dad. My dad was a good-hearted person. He would help anyone in need. I remember him having 25, 30 bucks, and these kids came here one day and needed some money to get home, and Dad gave it all to them. He was a wonderful person. And I miss him. He was awesome. It forever changed my life when he died. Always love your parents, man, because you never know. One day they're here, one day they're gone. So always remember to do your best to take care of them, love them, tell them you love them. I told my dad I loved him all the time. So I have no regrets, man. No regrets at all about my dad. So, you know. And I'm glad too. Don't want no regrets. Don't want no regrets, man. So, you know, he got older there, and I remember when I first got Red Dead Redemption and played, I said, Dad, watch this, and I was galloping full steam ahead down there toward Armadillo, or over McFarland Ranch, and I said, I'm going to shoot this rabbit or something. The rabbit ran right under me. And I'll be dang if I didn't shoot my horse in the head and went flying. Dad got a kick out of that. Daddy got a kick out of that. Most of the bears won't charge you. Oh, I guess they will. Yeah, back to Dad. I was talking there and lost my train of thought. You know, he wrote a lot of books, price guides there. Helped a guy up in Pennsylvania, a steel trap maker, Ed Hutzel, helped him, taught him how to make traps, you know. The guy already made trap, but Dad showed him how to, Dad redefined it and showed him how to make traps, so that was kind of cool. So it was interesting to see all that happen. That we're getting up there in the 90s, 2001 when 9/11 happened. Then my dad, he after Red 210, he killed one of his last spiked bucks, and then Daddy got pneumonia. He was on a respirator for Dad was on a respirator for days. So there's Bison. So, anywho, Dad was on the respirator, and we about lost him back there, back in 2011, 12, 2010, and he came out of it. Of course, he had to rehabilitate, and then he brought him home. He was bedfast. He couldn't walk no more. So he was bedfast for 9 years, 8 years. What a thing to go through. And everybody I talked to him said, man, he must be one tough guy to go through all that and not give up and die. Most people, when they get bedfast, are here. And I did talk to the medical doctor, my family doctor. He was saying, your dad was very lucky to make it as long as they did. But back when he was about, Mom and Dad got divorced, back when they was about in their 30s, this is back in 1979 or something like that, 77, 78, somewhere in there, I can't really recall when. But Dad told me that the doctor told him he noticed not feeling good, and the doctor said, you're not going to live past, you'd be lucky to see 45 and real lucky to see 50. No one knows when you're going to die. But, they can pretty well tell that, you're going bad. I mean, they've told people that terminally ill that they're done and they're gone within that he did live. And I'm very thankful to God every day that Dad did get a few extra years there, because I asked God to always keep him around. He did. It's a shame Dad had to suffer, but you know what? I'm glad Dad got to be around. As long as Daddy was around, I'm very thankful that my dad was always there. My dad was always there for me. If I needed something, if I needed anything, he was there for me. And that's, of course, that's how it should be. So, Dad was an awesome man. And of course, he got bedfast, and they had to take care of him, and he still kept up with the trapping and trading traps, selling traps. He still kept up writing books on traps. So, I just wanted to put this video out there because it's out of respect for him, for Dad. But Yeah, he wrote a lot of books. You can definitely Google his name on Putt Antique Traps, and you'll get thousands of hits on it. That's remarkable on the books he wrote and stuff. So I went and done it one day, and I could not believe it. I see someone's in the stream watching. Yeah, welcome. This is a memorial to my father, Robert Vance, and also doing a little hunting here in Yukon. Dad always wanted to go to the Yukon, up in the Alaska area, and hunt. It's a vast wilderness, and Dad always wanted to go up there and hunt and trap. But he never got to, because us boys, we were little, and Dad didn't want to leave us. So a lot of red. I'm running into a lot of red fox up here, really, if you want to know the truth. Which is funny. There's usually a bunch of bison right down this area right here. That's why I'm over here is right where you find that that collared deer. There's usually a few bison. Now there's bison track. We'll track them and see what happens. We'll have to find a poop. If it starts to snow, it'd be nicer. But yeah, it's a male too. Anywho. He wow, that bison's close. I don't know where the heck he went from here. Sometimes you'll see some critters. There goes a bunch of tracks right there. That could be. There's some wolf tracks here. Let's go up here and make sure we didn't hit that fox. They did, they annihilated him. I don't think I hit him. Very old. Shoot. Whoa. But on with the story, and as we're hunting, I hope everybody's liking the new game, but I guess they got a lot planned coming up next year. Can hardly wait for the new stuff coming. But let's get back to the thing there. Dad, of course, he got bedfast there, and and they took care of him. He had nurses coming and take care of him. That thing's going back the other way. The thing is, he's... I hear him. I don't like his thick shit. You know, I just don't like it. Let's go over here where we can see, get above the animals and look around. But anyhow, you know, he got sick there, bedfast. After he got pneumonia there, he got bedfast for the remainder of his life and couldn't do nothing, man. You know, he had to stay in bed all the time. I imagine that's a hell of a life to live. And we all might have to face that one day or another. But, let's see, hit pretty darn close to him. I'm not worried about it unless it turns pink. Oh wow, it did kill him. Awesome. So we'll just put a wave mark like that. So he wasn't that far away. Wow, can't believe I hit him. Must just hit him right. That's all that matters. He loved hunting. He never got, I don't think he ever got to see this game. I should have took my PlayStation in his bedroom out one day and played it on his TV and let him see this game. He would have loved this game probably. And this map, Dad would have loved it. I could start a count and maybe got him to play it. That'd been funny, wouldn't it? Yeah. Never got to do that. You know, he did give his heart to the Lord there probably three to 4 years ago, so that's good that he did that. That's probably the best thing he done. Wow, that thing really lost a lot of blood, that red fox. It's a heck of a gun to shoot one with. But it's $1,000. Damn, I keep shooting. It keeps, yeah, this controller is not the greatest controller either. You know, so I'll just say that much about it. Yeah. Like to see a little snow hit, you can see better. And this stuff. One of the little side missions is to spot caribou and a bison from this area up here. And, you know, it can be done, definitely. So what you want to do is just keep going from cabin to cabin. This is usually a good spot right here, too. You can tell there's a watering hole, so I spotted a moose there one time. But just keep going from this area to that area. You can get some spots on animals. If you don't, move on. So we'll go over here and look first. Yeah. And you know, to bring it down, August 3rd, he went into the hospital. He'd been having issues with his kidney. He told me that it was probably going to kill him. And I said, yeah, I hope not, Dad, but Yeah, he told me it was going to probably do him in. Kidneys. He had a lot of urinary tract. Look there. Caribous. I can't quite see them. So how far are they? Huh. Pretty long shot, really. Down. Yeah, so you can get some nice shots here on some caribou. But up here in the red, beautiful. And it seems like when it snows, everything sticks to this thing. It's tough. This is one of my favorite places to hunt. Now, coming up, we're going to have an archery in Puerto Colinas. That'll be the next video I make on the hunter called the Wild One. So just letting you know that that's what I'll be making. Having next. So, yeah. Be on the lookout for that. There was a lot of caribou in here, wasn't there? Yeah. But, you know, I will make a dedication film to anybody. Anybody that likes to have a dedication film, I'd definitely make one for someone. If they want one. You don't even have to pay me, just give me the information and I'll script it. Write the information down. Be glad to do it. Any kind of memorial. It's nice to do them kind of things. Took him out, didn't I? Oh yeah. I mean, I thought I had some Caribou. On up there. Maybe it was on up there where they were. I don't know. I guess some animals were running away from me. That's weird. So yeah. Yeah, he got sick there August 3rd, and then on the, I think it was the hospital's fault more than anything. The hospital done a poor job. I see some bodies laying around now. More gains on honey and stuff, and I'm glad they did. There, there's a darn area of pink, don't I? Let's up here and look. Make sure there ain't no more blood trails. Alright. Well, let's go over and try to get a wolf. So we'll go right up to this area here. Look around. Yeah. Of course, I was on the phone when he passed away, and he fell kind of in a... We did get to go up there and see him the Saturday, then Sunday night he was gone. I was on the phone with him. And he just died. He died in his sleep. It's a sad thing, but it's coming to everybody. If you think you're immune to it, you don't know nothing in life. Your days are numbered. And don't take pride in anybody's death or remorse, because it will come back and bite you. I don't take satisfaction in nobody's death. It's a terrible thing. Yeah, people gloat over their enemy's demise. I don't think that's a good thing to do. Even that Baghdadi guy, I mean, he's a scumbag, evildoer. Took some little kids with him. What a gutless wonder. I don't prove anything, but still, I don't get into anybody's death. Death is a terrible thing. What kind of tracks them are? Probably wolf. Find out in a minute. Yep. Out there they were. They're very old tracks too. Whoa. Dad was always writing articles and stuff on traps and anti-traps and yeah, I don't think I hit him. I don't know why it wouldn't come in. Because I didn't hurt him. Wow, he's coming up the hill. I guess if the game crashes, it'll be over with. I won't be back on streaming this evening. I guess the game does crash a little bit here now. But that's what I wanted to do, is get on here and talk about Dad. He was a good guy. Everybody that met him liked him. He's a very likable person. He's a gentle giant. He had a good heart. He was a good person. Very good soul. Not crooked or perverted like a lot of people are today. Most people today, you can't trust people hardly at all. I remember, well, let's talk a little bit about Dad's trapping. And that'll be the final thing. Dad used to trap foxes, and I remember going with him, and I remember pictures of him, taking pictures of him with 60, 80 foxes in like a 2-week period. Oh yeah, it was a 2-week period, I think. And yeah. Oh, that red fox. I don't think it knows where, or coyote knows where he's going. But indeed. Oh, it's a fox feeding zone. A feeding frenzy. Nothing up here. So yeah, what do I think about it all? It's awesome. I'm glad I can get on here and talk about it. Family like that. I thank you for your time and thank you for listening. And he caught several foxes. I remember one time that Pete Stent, he had 8 other trappers trying to catch foxes around Dad, and Dad caught them. Dad had 80 foxes that year. Oh, it's okay. I like the hunting on here, man. I like the Alaska map. It's one of my favorite maps. I just killed a couple bear and killed some caribou up in the red area. Other than that, you know, I just been on here talking about, this is kind of a memorial for my dad that passed away back there in August, so I thought I'd talk about him a little bit, like I did for my grandfather. The hunting's good. I've seen some foxes. I've been trying to get close enough to shoot them with a bow, because that's what I'd rather do. I'm going to make an archery only in COTW, the new map, soon. Very soon. So I don't know when exactly. It happens, man. Yeah, we're all heading that way. But thank you. Looky there. What system? PlayStation 3, 4. Shoot, sorry. Oh shit, the gun went off by accident. I hit him. Hell, they're coming. Hand-to-hand combat. You'll probably have to add me, because, man, your name's a bunch of numbers. Come on up. Damn, how much is that gonna take? I shot his head off. Shoot! Where the hell did that bastard go? He took off. I don't see him. He said the heck with this crap. Yeah, we got a couple. That's a pretty looking color. So that's a red brown. That's interesting. Ah. Shoot. Huh. Oh, okay. I didn't see it. Mine's Michael Vance, my account. All one word. Little M-I-C-H-A-E-L-V-A-N-C-E. Yeah, I don't think I don't know if I got it or not. Let me look. Yeah, I got it. Hold on here. You just have to hold on a minute. The stream probably stopped streaming. Yeah, I got you. There you go. There you go. Yep, there you go. Gotcha. Yeah, I got a bunch of videos I can help you find if you got the maps. If you got the maps, I can help you find all the things. That must be them wolves. Them wolves didn't even come up there, man. That should have killed him, man. That's a 300 cannon. You know, so that's funny that that didn't kill him. Let's see. Hell yeah, it's very pink. I'm surprised that didn't kill him. That wolf. Oof. That one just like took the hell out of there. Yeah, I haven't played this game very much here for a while, but you know, it's alright. You gotta kind of give games a break every now and then, you know what I mean? You gotta every now and then give it a little break. Yeah, I don't know where that wolf went, man. He just buzzed the hell out of here, man. I don't know where he went. I know he's hit. They still got a little work to do to the game, but it's alright. Cause see, they were coming up through this brush here. I figured I killed that one good right here. That was coming up by these tree line. My goodness, he had to have been hit hard. Some of them things take a lot of hits. Let's see if that's blood up there. That's crap. Huh? Well, I don't think he's dead. Because his tracks is here, but he ain't. And I can't seem to find his tracks where he took off running, unless this is it. This could be it, yeah. Yeah, well, maybe. That's the wrong way. Yeah, here we are. Here's his track. Now he's a lone wolf. See, there's no blood at all. Weird. He's an inventable female. That's what it is. See, it's pink. Yeah, them wolves thought they were gonna make a meal of me. I killed her whole family. Wipe out the whole damn bunch. Damn deer killers. I didn't see what the track said. Trotting. They can cover some ground when they're trotting. That might be another damn herd of wolves right there. Yep, shit. She joined up with some more damn assholes, I see. Reason I stopped, I thought I'd seen one down there. So, I'm liable to die here, man. I think she joined up with a damn pack. Oh, doing alright, man. How are you, Aaron? Doing fine, man. Doing wonderful. Trying to attack these dang wolves. Take them out. Oh, shit. That's a nice moose. Come on, drop. Drop. He's hit good. Well, we're moose hunting now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, man. Yeah, it'll take it a while to come back on. Because I went off and added a person there. The other fella in here. Yeah, it does that sometimes. I think it's just the way the game does it. I won't have no trouble after the 26th because, yeah, I'll probably go ahead and quit and go ahead and track this moose up. But thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate it. Thank you kindly for watching the video. This is the memorial to Robert Vance, my father, who passed away back there. Am I even going the right way? I think he's right over here, ain't it? Oh, I'll find him. I don't think that's him. I don't think that's him. I think it was over this way. But thanks for watching, everybody. I guess I could go up here and try to find this moose. I can't even find his damn track. So I think I went too far to the left. We'll go over here a little bit. We'll just keep looking. I guess I could. So shit. It might be over in this area. We'll go on up here. We'll go, maybe we didn't go over far enough. Maybe that's the thing. I kind of lost track of where he was at. The big moose. I think that's his... Nah, I don't think that's his tracks. Yeah, that ain't him. Shit. What the heck? What are you looking at? You're dead. Dropped him right. It's her right in her tracks. I can't believe that moose. That big male moose. That might be his tracks right there. That's a girl moose. Yeah. Where the heck did that big male moose go? Heck if I know. There's tracks. I know he headed up out of sight here toward these trees. Out of sight, out of luck. Yeah, I don't know about this. This big moose. Yeah. If I don't find him, I'm not worried about it. Even though he was a dandy. Dang, you can get turned around down here, I know, on this. So I don't even think it was this far up. Because logically, you can even see down toward the lake right here, so. And I was here when I shot, so I probably didn't kill that moose. More likely. I probably didn't even hit that moose. Probably did. That might be his tracks right there. Nope. It's a very old poopy fox. Interesting. I don't guess I hit him. That's alright though. That might be him. I thought I hit him. And I did hit him. Oh, in the stream. He's not bleeding out very good, is he? So if we don't find him, we don't find him. That's all I can say. But he's still cool. Finally dropped down to 75%. Well, I know he's got more holes in him than Swiss cheese. Still at 75%. Oh, there he dropped down. There he is. That's consistent tracking, ain't it? He did. When I seen it drop down to 50, I said, damn, he can't have gone too far. I hit him 2 times. So that's a good place to end this stream. They do have a lot of things coming to the game here soon from their year-end stream. That is a nice moose. That is beautiful rack. Oh wow. Both shots were a little low. One thing about it, it was that first shot was 345 yards. The first shot was 198, and they both were real low. So that one kind of hit him right in the leg, looking at me, and then that other shot hit him going away, just in the stomach. Didn't do no good. Wow. But it was enough. That's all right. Yep, that's all right. Well, thank you for watching, everybody. Yeah, it's the best game of all there. I see what you wrote there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it. We'll be doing an archery only on Corto Colinas here next, so stay tuned for that one day here. Appreciate it. Take care. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.